Knife. Onion. First slice. Your eyes sting, vision blurs, and suddenly you're crying over dinner prep. But onions aren't trying to hurt your feelings. They're running a secret survival program, one that transforms an ordinary vegetable into a tear-inducing weapon the instant you break its skin. Think about it. Tomatoes don't do this. Cucumbers don't either. Only onions come armed with a built-in chemical defense system. One so sneaky, it tricks your brain into flooding your eyes with tears, as if you just cut into a vegetable-sized can of tear gas. When you slice into an onion, you're breaking open millions of tiny cells packed inside its layers. Inside those cells are two things that normally stay separated: enzymes and sulfur compounds. The moment your knife cuts through, they collide, and out comes a gas with a tongue-twisting name: synpropanethyl S-oxide. That gas drifts straight toward your eyes, hits the sensors on your cornea, and your brain fires off an urgent command: flush it out now! Suddenly you're tearing up as if you've just been dumped via text. But onions aren't plotting against humans. They built this defense system to fight insects, animals, and microbes underground. To tiny pests, this chemical is more than annoying. It's toxic. To us, it's just a stinging reminder of biology at work. Not all onions hit the same though. Sweet onions are mild. They've got fewer sulfur compounds, so they're easier on the eyes. But white and yellow onions, that's where the real firepower is. And here's a wild fact: there's actually a Guinness World Record for the world's strongest onion. It's a variety grown in Bedfordshire, England, called the Eliza Craig onion. Farmers measured it and confirmed it packs the highest levels of eye-watering compounds. In other words, chopping one of these is like opening a vegetable tear gas canister in your kitchen. Scientists have even tried to fight back by creating tearless onions like Sunions. They cut down on the chemical reaction, which means fewer tears, but chefs argue they lose some of that bold onion punch and flavor. Of course, there are hacks. Freeze your onions, chop under running water, or just rock a pair of goggles. But no matter the trick, onions remain one of the few foods that can literally make you cry before you even taste them. So the next time you're chopping onions and tears start rolling, remember, you're not being emotional, you're under attack by one of nature's most clever defense systems. But here's the strange part: onions aren't the only everyday food with a built-in weapon. Some plants can actually paralyze insects on contact, and a few can even mimic poison gas, which makes you wonder, if an onion can make you cry, what other foods are hiding tricks we haven't noticed yet?